Just 5 days before Comic-Con, nothing fit. The helmet servos shorted out, the paint wasn't dry, and I honestly thought at this point the suit was not going to leave the house. What's up, gang? Welcome back to Beyond the Banshee. I know, it's been a moment since my last update video. Many of you have messaged asking, what's happening? Where's the update video? Did the suit turn out good? Did it work? Did it fall apart? Did you end up going to Comic-Con? How was Comic-Con? Truth is, I've been swamped. Work, life, family, exams. It's like life slammed me like the Hulk in that Loki scene. But I've been itching to sit down and finally tell you what went down at Comic-Con Abu Dhabi. Let's get right into it. If you'd follow this channel, you know this build started with a somewhat simple idea. Can I 3D print a full wearable Iron Man costume and attend Comic-Con? And I wanted to do it right. The moving faceplate, the glowing arc reactor, the works. And I also wanted to inspire people like myself, busy, passionate, ambitious, just to start something extraordinary. I've always truly admired creators on YouTube and the like, building large Lego ships, hovercrafts, as well as Iron Man replicas. And I thought to myself, you know, one day, I'll do something like that. One day. But that one day kept running away from me. Truth is, I was waiting for perfection. The perfect plan, the perfect bank balance, the perfect time. But perfection is a trap. So I decided the one day is today. I hit print and the journey began. So let's rewind 5 days before Comic-Con. I put on the chest and abs, and then I put on the codpiece. It didn't fit at all. The abs weren't lining with the front of the cot. The back was not lining up at all. It was literally pushing the butt plate completely out of the way.
Bottom.
And I'm standing there like, cool. So we're building the suit for a different human now. At this point, I had two options. Reprint, or let's just say creatively re-engineer on the fly. You already know which one I chose. Meanwhile, my balcony, basically it became a paint booth. I hung armor parts like laundry on an old washing line. 5 to 10 minute dry time? That's a complete myth when we only have 5 days left. Basically, this paint had no option but to just dry. A quick pro tip for you guys. Always start with the small color first. So spray the small color first, that way it'll make it much easier to mask it off when it's dry to paint the bigger colors. Okay, that metal cast red spray paint. Oh my God, my soul literally left my body. I was so nervous for this layer of paint because one wrong move and boom, 3 weeks of sanding and priming literally down the drain because I would have to strip all of that down and start again. Now, I bought tickets for the 19th of April, the Saturday where it's the peak day, huge crowds, because why not? Thursday the 18th, I was supposed to be done with painting and clear coating, but surprise, I was not. Friday morning, I was literally spray painting the legs, the cot, the arms, part of the shoulders, basically anything that looked bare. Once that dried, it was time for the 2K clear coat, something I've never used before, and every online manual Reddit forums said that we should wait at least 24 hours, 48 hours before applying the clear coat. So Friday late afternoon, still painting. Stress level at this point will be Tony Stark post-snap. By around 8 p.m. on Friday night, this is the night before Comic-Con, the paint was done. The clear coat dried beautifully. It looked really gorgeous. It looked so good. I was literally making myself nervous looking at the result. It came out really awesome. So I took a breath, I exhaled. I was so relaxed. I mean, I was so chilled at that point. I even went to go and take a nice haircut. So I get home at 9 p.m. right after the haircut, and I'm vibing. Tell the wife, make a cup of tea, and we're chilling. So I decided, let's test the helmet, you know, one last time, make sure all of the electronics is good. Powered on the helmet and snap. Something snapped at this point. I didn't know what it was. I turned it over. One of the mounting brackets on inside the helmet by the faceplate mechanism completely snapped. Then the servos shorted out. The microcontroller was doing something crazy. Literally everything that could have went wrong with the helmet at this point went wrong. Now guys, I want you to remember something. This is 9 p.m. the night before Comic-Con. We were planned to go to Comic-Con the Saturday at about 11 o'clock. That's 11 a.m. when doors open. You can only just imagine my stress level, my panic at this point. I'm thinking everything that I have to still do. There were still some parts that needed to be strapped up, so it was like overwhelmed at the moment. I needed to redo that whole mounting system, which means I had to redesign and reprint a stronger bracket at that point. I just didn't have time. I also had to redo the wiring because I needed to trace the short. Also, all of this had to be done without me damaging my beautiful paint job. Guys, I worked through the night. I was so busy I did not actually film that, but I did not sleep Friday night. At around 8 a.m. the next morning, my wife wakes up. She literally comes to the front where I'm sitting on the floor with my soldering iron, and she's like, "You didn't come to bed?" And then I looked at her and I literally just broke. At that point, I thought, you know what, it's not gonna happen. We're not going. She sat down next to me and she basically gave me the motivational talk that I never knew I needed. She said stuff like, "You've come this far. Look at all of the hours you put into it. Look at that paint job. If anyone can devise a plan on how to figure this out, it's you." She made me a cup of coffee, really good coffee. I washed up and I started tackling the problem. Obviously, I couldn't do things the way I initially planned, so we had to come up with a contingency plan. So, long story short, I basically redone some of the wiring, soldered stuff here, and duct tape really came in a clutch at this point. Yeah, I cut a few corners, but I think I cut them clean. At 2 p.m, everything was done, ready. I did a final suit up, everything was fitting good, and then we hit the road. So this is the day of Comic-Con, and we're literally waiting at the parking queue at the moment. Nerves are hectic. I honestly don't know what to expect. This is so exciting, overwhelming, everything at the same time. So real mixed emotions. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys that have been so supportive, watching my videos and your amazing comments, words of inspiration, encouragement and motivation. Really kept this project alive, but let me tell you, these last 2 weeks were a freak show. Alright, so the moment driving up to Comic-Con, I don't think I've ever felt this nervous before. So we arrived, I finally found parking, and I had to suit up in the parking lot because there's no space to actually suit up, carry the suit. Anyway, I suited up in the parking lot. I gave my son my phone so he could take this video, and people were already staring. I mean, I can't really explain this feeling, but people were slowing down their cars just to look at my suit, just to look at what I've built. Then we headed down towards the entrance. This is the moment of truth. The lift doors opened. I literally stepped out and, "Hey, Iron Man, Mom, Dad, look, that's Iron Man, Tony Stark." What? They're referring to me as Iron Man. Somebody called me Tony. Now, if you're an engineer, if you have any sort of curiosity for technical stuff, somebody calls you Tony Stark. Wow. So at that point, I couldn't even walk at least 3 steps without somebody or the other asking me if they could take a picture with me. And the best part, we haven't even entered the venue yet. This was literally the walk from the entrance lobby towards the venue where we were going to get our tickets scanned. Once we got inside, it was total chaos, but in the best way possible. I mean, pictures, social media influences, interviews, it was just overwhelmed, but again, in the best way possible. People stopped and they literally couldn't believe that the suit was 3D printed. Honestly, at that point, neither could I. Okay, and then there was this boy. I think he was about 9 or 10, and this kid, very well mannered, very well versed, he comes up to me and he asks me, how does it feel, or rather, how do cosplayers feel when people come up to them asking them for a picture. I smiled because he called me a cosplayer. Me, first time wearing a cosplay suit. And then he said, "Your suit is the best. I love Iron Man." I'll never forget that feeling. This suit wasn't just 3D printed plastic and some paint slapped on with some electronics. It was more like proof that a father, a student, just an ordinary guy like myself can have an idea, dream big, but actually do it. I still can't believe I pulled this off. I mean, looking back now, it's like, it felt like a dream. So if you got a 3D printer or you just got a glue gun, just start something. Let it break and then figure out how to do it anyway. But just start from where you are and start the thing that you've always been putting off. There's never going to be a perfect time. And trust me when I say, coming from me, who's always been waiting for the perfect moment, it's never gonna come until you make it come. So my best advice I can give you guys right now is, whatever idea you've been putting off for a while, whatever hobby or interest you've been putting off, start it now, let it break, because that's where the fun is. That's where you truly discover yourself, discover your talents, and discover what you are capable of doing. So guys, if this has inspired you, if you have followed the journey, please do hit that subscribe button. It's going to help this message get to more people alike and inspire people that they can start from where they are and whatever they have. I've got much more builds planned. I got more chaos and a lot of nerdy adventures. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. And again, thank you to all of my subscribers and all of you people that have been commenting and encouraging and inspiring me to continue this journey. Honestly, I don't think I would have been able to complete it without all of these wise words. It's been a rough journey. It's been an exciting journey. I don't think I've been this stressed in my life, but it was worth it.